Alright, so today I'm going to show everybody how to go on Alibaba.com and source some products. And I'm talking about things like this. These are teeth whitening kits. And these are something I'm working on right now. But I want to show you how to go onto Alibaba, which is a leading supplying website of products in the world. And you can find products for you to sell. And we'll show you how to pick categories and niches, how to look up Google Trends. We're going to show you how to put your settings in Alibaba so you don't deal with bad distributors, because believe it or not, there are good and bad distributors like anything else in the world. So I'm going to show you how I do it, and then you can kind of mimic that and copy it, use it, and then hopefully you find a product and you can see if it works. Obviously, you're going to have to go through a process of getting samples and things like that, and I'll explain that real quick too. So let me drop you down and we're going to go onto my desktop, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So you want to go to Alibaba.com right here on the top left, and like I said, this is the leading distributor website for sourcing products in the world pretty much. So we're going to go into all categories. It kind of looks like an Amazon website, you know? So this is the category. It's kind of overwhelming when you first get here. Just look at how long this is and how many categories there are. It's crazy. But there's certain things you can do to kind of get ideas. One we'll show you in a minute, but let's start off right off the rip. I want to show you kind of how to go through and set up your settings. So we're going to go click on Home right here, and we're going to click on Home Storage and Organization. And once we get here, there's going to be some filters on the left side, and this is one I like to click, which is Verified Supplier. It just means they go through a process with Alibaba, and they have to submit a lot of documentation. So what will happen is once they get verified, they meet, like see how these people, they got the verified badge. And you can click on it, it'll give you all the information about it. But it just gives you a little extra security because they got to go through quite a crazy process to get verified. And then the other thing I'm looking at is I don't really like to deal with anybody that is less than 2 years. So this is 1 year in business. That means they're a brand new company for the most part. So, you know, these companies that have been around 2, 3, 4 plus years, I mean, they can show you when you click on it, they'll show you that they've been doing X amount of sales. And again, they're being verified, will help out. So it reduces the risk to you, because last thing you want to do is, you know, pay these people. I mean, even if you do pay through PayPal or something like that, and then you just got to go through a long process to fight them and get your money back. So you don't want to deal with that. So once you get that set up, we want to go through this list and kind of look at it and see, you know, obviously you're looking at the prices, and you can see some of them are pretty close, $4.50 to $5, and then other ones, look at this, $1.50 to $8. So obviously it's going to be dependent on how many pieces you're placing that order with. But we're going to go through and see what kind of piques our interest, and let's see, we got... Out of this, I would say, let's just do this right here. Hot selling 7-piece airtight food storage. So we're just going to click on that. And then that's going to give us a price of 2 to 8. So 1,000 pieces minimum order is what they're telling you. And for a sample right here, you can buy the samples, and it's $20 per piece. They're charging you more, obviously, for the individuals. But you can contact them right here. And most of them are available on chat. You got to remember that most of these are in China. They're pretty much 24-hour exact time difference. So right now, it might be 4 o'clock on the East Coast of the United States. It would be 4 p.m. Their time. So if that makes sense. And then we got, let's see. So it's only got one review. And then if you come down here, it'll give you details on if you want to put logos on these. Because a lot of products... just like the teeth whitening I was showing you, you have to order a certain amount to get your logos put on this. Obviously, you need to have your logo created through like a Upwork or a freelance website like Fiverr. But you have to get the minimum order. So this is 1,000 pieces, which is a lot. Most of them are usually like 100 to 500 for minimums. So they want you to order 1,000 in order to get your logo on the packaging and on the product itself. And then right here it shows you that it's sea freight, so it's going to take quite a while to ship. The samples are going to be shipped usually DHL. So you can come down here and see the information about the company. It's going to show you the product pictures. It's almost like an Amazon. You want to look at it and see, number one, if it's professional looking, before you even mess around with this. You can watch the videos about, the actual factories and stuff like that. And you could read about the company and see, are they legit? Does it look right? Is there anything fishy here? And basically, this company's been in business for 7 years. So, your risk level is going to be a lot lower on this. And you can see right here, they've got 80,000 plus transactions. So 100% on delivery rate. So, this company is pretty legit. They have chat features like right here, Messenger, and you can usually chat with them at night, usually, so our time, and you can talk basically straight up with them. The problem is a lot of them don't speak very good English. So if you're lucky to get somebody that speaks great English, it's a plus, it's a benefit, but there's no guarantee. They're probably a lot of times using translator tools, and it breaks it up so where they don't understand it properly. But anyway, so this right here, so we're going to go from here, let's go to Amazon, and we're going to type in 7-piece airtight. Let's just type in what it is, and let's see if we can get the same thing or something similar. 7-piece airtight, there we go, food storage set. And we're doing this just to see if, number one, other people are selling it. Number two, if the product is actually got good reviews, bad reviews, and what they're selling it for. So we want to take the $2 to $8 piece. You need to contact them, obviously, or again right here, or by chat, and then they'll tell you the price breaks. So you need to order this amount, you need to get this price, $2. You need to order, obviously the lower amount to get the $8. It's a big price difference. Plus, you got to remember there's shipping involved, and shipping is quite expensive if it's going to be DHL, like the product here. They're charging, it's almost like $2 to $3 a piece, which is quite a bit because they ship by air. If it ships by sea, it's going to be quite a less, but you got to remember it's going to take a long time. So there's benefits. All right, so we're looking for that product right here. Let's see. Sometimes the funny thing is they'll use the exact same pictures. So, these are pretty much, all of these are very, very similar. Trying to look and see. So yeah, we got the long one, we got some smaller ones, 2 mediums right here. We got 1, 2, I guess that's a small. So 2 small, 2 medium right here and here. And then we got the 1 large one. And then it looks like people actually changed it up. So these are all pretty much like, this guy's got white. He might have asked for the white. This guy's got the black. So these are all similar products. It doesn't look like anybody on here on the first page copied it exactly, which a lot of people actually do that. You'd be surprised. But you can tell right now, so the reviews seem like they're pretty good. So that's a good sign. 1,300, almost 4.5 stars. 2,300, that's a different product. But these are all similar, 15,000. So obviously I wouldn't be doing this one on Amazon because this product has a lot of competition and it's already here. That's literally the exact same product. But you can tell, number one, it's a quality product. Number two, it's got decent price for profit. So you're looking at, let's see, $32 for this guy, it's the same product. $27 for this guy, same product. This guy just started, so you can tell right here, look, 18. He's only got 200 compared to these guys got, 20,000 and 15,000. So these guys can charge more because they already, define their brand. Opposed to this guy, he's trying to get sales. He's trying to get up there, and he did. He's up on the top now. So he will probably raise his price. All right, so your average price on this is about 25 to 30 bucks. So we're going to go back here, and you can tell right now that you're going to make pretty decent money. If you get it, let's say you buy it at $4 to $5 a piece. If you order a decent quantity, you're going to probably add another $2 to $3 for shipping per piece. So your cost in this is probably going to be about $7 to $8 bucks. So your $7 to $8 delivered to your door is what you're paying. So let's say $8 is the cost of your product, and then you're going to have to sell it for, let's say, $29. So that's a decent return. That's at least a 3x, 8, 16, 24. So you can make some money, and that gives you an example of kind of what to look for. You want to look for profit margins of at least, I'd say, 2 to 3x. The higher the better, because you got to allow for shipping and things like that. Obviously, you need to think about that stuff, but we're going to go in here and we're going to type in, let's see, this right here is Google Trends. So what you want to do is go to google.com and type in Google Trends, and it'll bring you right here, and it's going to show you if these products are trending. So obviously, if you're just going to sell one product on Amazon, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're going to create a website like a Shopify store, which is more what I do, I want to make sure that the product or the category is trending. So we would do, let's say, storage. What is it called? The category is storage containers. So let's do that. Let's see what it turns in. I'm just doing these as examples for you. Storage containers. All right. So we got storage container. And it's going to break down. It's going to show you a 12-month chart. I like to zoom out to like the 5-year chart. It'll show you more of like, is it trending up? Is it trending down? So you can see on this chart, it's trending slightly up. If you come over here, you can see it's got 64 searches, opposed to back here, you're at 30s, 33, 39. Right here it peaked. You can see in December. So December, I bet you this is December too. Let's see. So close, yeah, January, the first week of January. And I bet you that's December. If we can get on it. Yep, December. So right around Christmas, it looks like it peaks. Maybe people are buying for Christmas presents or gifts. But this is a decent sign. It shows you that it's trending. It's not crazy trending. But these are things I like to use for any kind of, especially if I'm going to launch a Shopify store and have my own website. I want to have a category or niche, because you don't want to have a website with teeth whitening kit, electronics. You don't want to have random stuff just on there. If you want to do like kitchen stuff, focus on kitchen stuff. You could do a whole bunch of different kitchen stuff. You could do kitchen knives. You could do these containers. You could do pots and pans. It's okay to do stuff like that. But the more you niche it down and you make these categories smaller, you're gonna have better conversion rates, and you're gonna have more direct towards the customers, and it's gonna reduce the people in the trend. You're gonna advertise, and you can advertise for a specific thing instead of advertising for, like, let's say you advertise for pet products. Instead of advertising for a dog or a cat, you can advertise for, like, a bed, like a dog bed, or a specific like breed, like a lab or a Dachshund. And when you get down to the smaller categories, it's going to get better results. And that's just what I'm talking about. So that's the things I like to do. So these are what you're looking at. And another thing you can do here is we can go to Aliexpress. So Aliexpress.com is kind of like a sister site for Alibaba. Alibaba is where you go to actually purchase in bulk. That's where you're going to get the good deals. You're going to have to buy it. You're going to have to buy 50 pieces, 100 pieces, 500 pieces, and then you'll have to package and ship. AliExpress is used more for single-placed orders. A lot of people use this website for drop shipping. So you can start out on Shopify and drop ship these. The problem you're going to run into with the drop shipping on AliExpress is everybody's doing it, and the shipping time is ridiculous. So if you place an order today for this right here, which are pretty popular, these lights, these LEDs, you can sell it, right? And you don't pay on drop shipping until the person places that order. The problem is it's probably going to take anywhere from 30 to 50 days from your order to when the customer receives it in the United States. So it's kind of almost ridiculous. And when people with 2-day prime shipping now, being used to that kind of stuff, anything longer than 5 to 7 business days is kind of a bad service. People kind of get pissed. And that's why drop shipping right now out of China is pretty difficult. If you're going to find something in the U.S. to drop ship, it's great, but the prices are usually too high where it's not worth it. All right, so anyway, I wanted to show you this AliExpress. You can come here, and what can we do? We'll type in that same product. So 7-piece storage container, and we'll hit enter. We'll see. I bet you they're going to have the exact same product. All right, so that looks like it right there. 7-piece storage food container. That's pretty much it. Let's click on it. And you can see right here, look at the difference. So this is very similar. I don't know if it's exact, but it's pretty darn near close. And we're looking at $32.88. And that would be your price if you were drop shipping. So imagine you're going to have to pay, actually charge a customer to make some profit. If if you wanted to sell this for 2 to 3x, you're going to have to sell it between 60 and 90 bucks, and nobody's going to buy this for $90. So you can see the difference in ordering in bulk, right? But what we can do here is we basically get an idea of how many sales they got. Usually it'll list here. So 2,099.7 pieces available. I am not seeing it on this product. Let's go back here. This is the page. On this page on Aliexpress, you can do by orders, which is kind of cool. And we'll see if there's any. See right here it says 2,775 sold. We need to find the product though. So it's showing us. So there's one right there. He's selling it for 40 bucks, and he's only sold 19. Okay, so that gives you basically an idea. So they're not selling a lot, but that has a lot to do with the price point. I mean, who's going to pay $40 for cost? Because most of the people ordering this are actually reselling it. And then if you click on it, I bet you they're going to charge you for shipping right here. Yep, $9. So you're paying $50 delivered to a customer's door drop shipping this. Whereas if we did this right here, buying it from the distributor direct, I mean, we're paying $2 to $8. I mean, as we already said. So that gives you kind of an idea. So here, yeah, there we go, 19 orders. So the first one we clicked on didn't have any of that. But you can use this to kind of like, it's not going to give you any breaking like information, and it's different for every single product. So obviously if you were looking for like a more popular product, it would have more competition, it would have more of the variation. Sometimes you'll get like 3 or 4 different styles of the same thing. But these are all little tools you can use to try and help you out. Here, I'm going to switch back to full screen. So what you need to do is basically go through and try and figure out what product by using Google Trends, and you can kind of learn and write down, keep notes, and put some price points. Put on there the cost of the product, listed on one side with all the products that you're interested in. Remember that you don't have to sell a specific product. It could be a category or an actual niche, like a whole entire thing. So it could be, like we were talking about the kitchen stuff. It could be just kitchen stuff. It could be random stuff like that. It could be, some kind of electronics or something like that. I mean, it's up to you. But when you do it and you come down to the actual picking of the product, you want to make sure that you pick stuff that has good profit margins, that you can make money on. And then you got to remember, obviously the cheaper it is, the easier it's going to be to start and enter the actual thing. So if you're going to order out 50 to 100 pieces of something and it costs 30 bucks, a piece, you're looking at $10,000+ easy, as opposed to if you're going to do something that costs, $3 a piece, you can order it and you can start the process for a few $100. So you need to remember that, and then, do your due diligence. Make sure you contact the distributors. Don't just settle on one distributor because you like a product. Contact a whole bunch of them. Get samples sent. These samples that I got here, I ordered 5 different types, I believe, and different colors and different things. And I'm still dealing with the company, but they keep screwing up. They keep sending me the wrong charger cables on them. But I spent probably about $90 for all these samples, and it was a lot of product, honestly. And that included the shipping. And then they sent me a second package for free because they keep messing up the charger cables. So I'm actually still working with them on that. But I'm giving you that as an example. So you might have to lay out $50 to $100 in the beginning to get these samples proper and get the actual thing set up. And sometimes that's just the cost of doing business. You're going to have to try and figure out which products are work. You might get a product that might be complete junk. You want to try it out. You want to use it. You want to push it through and test it. And if it fails, like I got these ones, and 1 or 2 of them weren't working properly. So you want to make sure that off the bat you get good products. They're working. There's no issues, and hopefully this will point you in the right direction, get you started. And then make sure you subscribe. That way you can get more of the videos. I'm going to be putting out more stuff and training you guys on how to do it.